Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Do you remember that one, Tess?
Yes, I do. But life is changing so fast these days. They're gonna have to come up with a whole new set of nursery rhymes because they don't make lambs like they used to. This one was cloned, Miss Wings.
The sweet creature.
It's an exact copy of that one right over there.
That's her mother.
No, that's her. I mean, that's herself. It's hard to explain. First it was a sheep, then it was a mouse, then it was a goat, then it was a cow. And now the scientists have finally broken the human genetic code.
Tess, what does that mean?
It means the world will never be the same again.
Sarah, you've been here all of, what, 6 months? How dare you go over my head?
Brad, I only made a request for expedited review, just to put this thing on a fast track.
After I said no.
You say no? I say Nobel, because whoever succeeds at this first is going to get the Nobel Prize hands down, and it's going to be me.
Genetically altering corn is one thing. Animal research is another thing. But there is no reason to fast track something that is this irresponsible.
Brad, there are a dozen labs out there waiting to break with this. It's not a question of if anymore, it's just when. Why not be first?
First, the real question is why do this at all? We're not finished with this, Sarah.
Dr. Conover is a brilliant scientist, a leader in the field of genetics. She's made wonderful contributions to medicine. Her work has saved many, many lives. But now she wants to create life. She wants to clone a human baby.
And my assignment then is to stop her.
No. If science is going to change the world, baby, your assignment is to change science. When you walk down the road, heavy burden, heavy load, I will rise and I will walk with you. I'll walk with you till the sun don't even shine. Walk with you every time I tell you I'll walk with you. Walk with you. Believe me, I'll walk with you.
The cloning of a human being has sparked an international debate as well as a race within the scientific community to become the first laboratory to change science fiction into science fact. Here at Genentech Laboratories in Bethesda, Maryland, Dr. Sarah Conover hopes to be that groundbreaking pioneer. Dr. Conover, how soon can we expect a human clone?
I'm not making any promises. I'm hoping by Christmas.
Is there a religious significance to that?
No.
What do you see as your biggest moral obstacle?
My only obstacle is red tape from closed minds who can't see that genetic technology is our best hope to live longer, healthier lives.
But you're talking about cloning a human being.
I believe that infertile parents should have the right to have children.
How does it feel to play God?
The way I see it, I'm not playing God. I'm just improving on him. Excuse me.
One more question, Ms. Sullivan. Improving on God.
Improving on God? How do you sleep at night?
My T-shirt with my Cocker Spaniel and a clear conscience.
Look, Sarah, once you open up this Pandora's box, there's no turning back. We're talking about Nazi-style eugenics, baby farms, cannibalizing clones for parts.
Brad, your wife died of bladder cancer, didn't she?
You leave her out of this.
One healthy, bioengineered bladder. Now, are you going to tell me that you wouldn't have used that to save her?
Where will you draw the line, Sarah? How many embryos are you going to end up destroying? Each and every one of them is a human life.
Each and every embryo that I clone has the potential to save a human life. That is what genetic technology is going to do.
Look, the Institutional Review Board doesn't meet until next week.
At which time I fully expect to get a green light on this.
Not if I can help it. In the meantime, if a government site review team shows up and finds out that you've jumped the gun, they'll shut this place down. So I want a bioethicist present at all times.
I don't need one.
She's waiting in your office.
This is a very critical juncture in your research, and I'm here to help you explore the moral and ethical implications of your...
I don't need a lecture on bioethics, Monica. Not when there are people out there who desperately need help. So thank you, but goodbye.
I'm sorry, Dr. Conover, but I've been assigned to you, and you really don't have a choice.
Well, we'll see about that.
It's called DNA. Those strands contain the hereditary characteristics that make each individual unique.
Tess, maybe I'm not the right angel for this assignment. Science is not my specialty.
No, but the human heart is. Have you ever heard the expression, it doesn't take an Einstein? Well, in this case, it will. Professor Einstein had one of the greatest minds that God ever made, but you must remember, he also had a very beautiful heart.
Looks like you have friends in high places. So I guess we're stuck with each other. For now. First, you grasp the egg with a holding pipette. Then, you transfer the cell of the person you want to clone and insert the nuclear material, the new DNA, into the egg.
Sarah, wait, you can't do this without authorization.
Relax. It's just a sneak preview. Once the nucleus is in the egg, I'll put the petri dish in the incubator. It'll grow into an embryo. Most people are amazed at how easy it is.
Shocked might be a better word.
The last step is to implant the embryo into a healthy uterus. The question is, whose uterus? And who do I clone? I've been conducting interviews for weeks. I'm down to my last few candidates. It's a crucial decision. I mean, let's face it. I'm making history.
You're making a human being.
Yes, I am. And I've given everything, sacrificed everything for it.
In the service of life, sacrifice becomes grace.
Would you read that in your bioethics handbook?
Albert Einstein said it.
Don't lecture me about my motives, and don't use Einstein against me. He looked at the universe. He saw farther than any telescope, deeper than any microscope. He understood.
Ah, yes. You did your first PhD thesis on Einstein, didn't you?
You did your homework.
If I recall, you studied tissue samples of Einstein's brain, looking for clues to his genius.
After he died, scientists all over the world were given tissue samples. You wouldn't believe how dense his neurons were. Genentech still has this sample. I would give anything to have met him. Imagine having a heart-to-heart with the greatest mind of the 20th century.
A very good friend of mine did.
Really?
Actually, he was the last one to interview Einstein. The professor had collapsed at his home in Princeton, and he was sent to the hospital for tests.
Professor Einstein? Professor Einstein.
Yeah. Hey, Doctor, what kind of tree is that out there?
I don't know. Cherry?
Yeah, cherry. It's beautiful. It's like a pink ballerina, no?
Professor Einstein, I need to discuss your condition.
Yeah, so. Okay, as they say in the cowboy movies. Shoot.
You have an aneurysm in your abdominal aorta, and we need to operate. If we don't, you're going to die.
Doctor, I'm an old man. I feel so much a part of every living thing that I'm not in the least concerned with where the individual begins or ends.
Professor, you're supposed to be a genius. You know you can't smoke that pipe in your condition.
Yes, I need my pipe. It helps me to cogitate. How do you think I arrived at my theory of relativity?
Well, cogitate this. I have relatively very little patience left. Don't make me lose it. Give me this.
You know, if I was a little younger, I would ask that lady out for a buggy ride.
Professor Einstein, about the operation.
Yeah, I think about it. Would you hand me my violin, please, before you go? Yeah.
There you go.
Danke.
Good afternoon, Professor.
He didn't know him. He just walked in, sat down, and started talking to him.
Well, Andrew has a special way about him.
Dr. Conover. Yes, okay. Send them up. Got an interview. Some of the candidates for the project.
May I join you?
Do I have a choice?
Hey, zoom in, Mom. Get that precious little face, huh? Will you have
Say goodbye to your tree.
Sing.
Look, I'm sorry. I can't watch it too long without
We went over to Dave's folks to celebrate her first birthday. Well, that was where we made the video. And a couple hours later, we were driving home in the snow, and the road was icy, and
the driver was drunk. Penny and I ended up with some bruises, but Noelle, well, the baby seat did.
Sorry.
Well, we couldn't have another one naturally, and we'd already tried in vitro. But we still have a lock of Noelle's hair. And when we read about genetics and all, what you're doing...
Now, we know it wouldn't be Noelle, but it would be another baby just like her. Right?
Is it wrong for us to want to see our little girl's face again?
I don't think so. What do you think, Monica? If we can replace the child they lost, then shouldn't we? Wouldn't that be grace in the service of life?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I've been looking for you everywhere. What's the matter?
This assignment is... it's very confusing.
But that's what angels are for, to unconfuse things.
But when it comes to this cloning, I just don't understand all the implications yet.
I know you don't, and neither does Sarah.
A bioethicist is supposed to help a scientist weigh moral issues.
But angels aren't about morals and ethics. We're about love and the truth, and I just don't know what the truth is yet.
Then start with love, baby.
Hello, Sarah. May I join you?
Usually, I just have lunch alone.
Little company might be nice, huh? What does it mean when they say boy, girl, twin, triplets?
Well, whatever word she misses on is the amount of babies she's going to have when she grows up.
Boy, girl, twins, triplets. Boy, girl, twins, triplets.
Looks like it's going to be triplets. Lucky her.
I take it you never had any children.
Well, you know what they say. Every child is a gift from God.
Yes, that's true.
Only with me, God wasn't feeling very giving. Found out in high school I couldn't have kids.
So you devoted yourself to helping other people have children?
But then 10 years ago, they developed a new procedure that corrected my problem. It's hard watching that video today. That little girl. I always wanted to have my Christmas with my baby. But research is a full-time occupation. There's really no time for love or stupid dreams.
How can a fan of Albert Einstein believe something like that?
Einstein was a scientist, not a dreamer.
I disagree. Einstein had a dream as a little boy that he held on to for the rest of his life.
It's an honor to meet you.
A handsome young man like you. On a splendid spring day like this, you should be outside, Andrew, frolicking with a Fräulein.
Professor, I understand that you need an operation.
Yeah. So, they open me up, and what do they find? Some worthless old bones, some foolish ideas. No, Andrew, my day to frolic is kaput. This pipe is the only pleasure I have left. And the nurse...
Tess.
Yeah, Tess. She is a divine creature, but when it comes to smoking, she's one tough cookie.
She's trying to save your life.
What does it matter, my life?
Professor, your theory of relativity opened people's eyes to a new way of seeing the universe. And some think to the face of God who created it.
You know, when I look at the beauty of nature, we can see his face everywhere. Ah, that tree. You know, Andrew, in the beginning, they say God created light. When I was a small boy, I used to dream of what it would be like to ride a beam of light through the heavens.
The beam of light. His famous thought experiment. Took him 10 years, but then one morning he woke up with an idea. It changed everything. Relativity. He was only 25 years old. And where does genius like that come from?
Einstein said it came from God.
God. He may have seen the face of God in his theory. I never have. Anywhere.
There's still time. This is Joseph DeFalco.
But you can call me Joey.
Joey, I wouldn't have had this interview if I knew you were so young.
I know. That's why I signed up online.
I don't really have time.
But please, I missed Little League practice. I took 3 buses to get here and everything.
Sarah, he's come a long way. Besides, he's a Bethesda All-Star. Look at all those pins.
We won district 2 years in a row, thanks to my grandpa. He was our coach. But we haven't been doing too good lately, because neither is Grandpa. That's why I'm here. He can't even remember my batting average.
His grandfather has Alzheimer's.
He's gonna die soon. He had such a hard life. He wanted to be a ball player, but he couldn't because of the depression and everything.
Joey, I don't see what this has to do with...
I was just hoping that you could clone him. Not because I'm gonna miss him so much or anything, but because he deserves a better life than the one that he already had.
He's on his way home with his mother.
Thanks, Monica. All these sad, lonely people, this is their only hope.
Hope or delusion? Joey will never get his grandfather back. And those parents won't end up with the same child that they lost. What will happen to the child that you clone when he or she doesn't turn out to be the child that they want?
Monica, for 100 years, research scientists have been told to concentrate on gathering the data. Let someone else worry about how to apply it. Suddenly they're throwing ethics into the mix.
It's not just about data. It's about life. Don't you understand that, Sarah? If you go ahead with this, you'll be just as responsible for that child as the parents.
You're right. You're absolutely right. If I'm responsible, then I should be the mother.
What? No. That's not what I meant, Sarah.
Now I know what I have to do. It'll be my baby.
You wouldn't clone yourself?
No! I don't know why I didn't think about it before.
You're going to clone Albert Einstein? Sarah, you can't be serious.
I assure you, this tissue sample has all the DNA I need to create Einstein's twin.
Even if it were possible, what on earth would you want to...
What's so hard to understand? I want to expand the boundaries of science, and I want to be a mother.
I understand what you want. But what about what this child needs?
He'll have a mom who loves him more than anything else in the world.
And a burden of expectation that will be overwhelming.
He'll have the best of everything, starting with his DNA. We're talking about a mind like Einstein's. Who wouldn't want to give it a second chance?
I'll tell you who wouldn't. Einstein.
You know, perhaps God meant us to be gardeners. After all, He gave us the Garden of Eden. How many times has our human curiosity destroyed what is beautiful?
Professor, the doctor's going to be here soon to hear your decision. And sir, if you don't have this operation, you're not going to live very long.
Enter it is spring. There is a season for everything. There's a time to be born and a time to die.
You okay?
It is a small pain.
Is there anything that I can do for you?
I would like to take one last walk in nature. That cherry tree is so... There's a German word to describe something that fills us with wonder. Wunderbar.
You mean he actually chose to die?
Yes. He told his doctor he didn't believe in artificially prolonging his life. So why would he believe in cloning?
There's a big difference between an old man who's too tired to go on and my son who has his whole life ahead of him. Thank you for your help, Monica. I've heard your ethical pros and cons, and I've made my decision.
Sarah, please.
She's heard the pros and cons, all right. But she hasn't heard the truth.
Well, she can't do anything until the board meets next week, so I still have time.
I wouldn't count on that, Miss Wings. According to Einstein, time is relative.
Monica, what are you doing here?
Sarah, I was beginning to wonder if you were coming today.
Oh, I had some shopping to do.
Sarah, I was hoping to talk to you.
Oh, Monica, you're not going to talk me out of it. Besides, I've got to get back to the lab.
Ah, but don't you want to hear the end of my Einstein story? Come on, I'll walk you back.
It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it's lovely. As a matter of fact, it was a day just like this that Einstein took his last walk in a garden.
You know, I remember another spring day like this. I was 17, and I swore eternal love to a pretty girl. Turns out eternity lasted a year.
Professor, let's go inside, okay?
No. I want to see this beautiful tree. Oh. Look, Andrew. Huh? Huh? Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember seeing such trees when I visited Tokyo. It was, what year? 1922, yeah. The year I won my Nobel Prize. Yeah. Excuse me, my dear sir. Could you tell me, is this cherry tree of the Japanese variety?
So, what did Einstein see that was so horrible?
Dr. Conover, Canadian scientists announced this morning they plan to begin the cloning process by next week. Does this mean you've lost the race?
No comment.
Dr. Conover, do you have any comments for us at all?
Sarah, what are you doing? What is it?
Got an Einstein brain cell ready to go.
No, Sarah, it doesn't matter who gets there first.
Yes, it does. They don't call it the human race for nothing.
Please, look, just listen to me.
Sarah, I believe you know everyone on the site review committee. What's going on? What are you doing? Einstein? Are you crazy? Security, please.
Brad, please, I've got my whole life's work inside that lab.
Which is now the property of Genentech Laboratories. Your research is terminated here. Sarah, grab her! Sarah! Sarah, unlock the door! Sarah, don't do this! Sarah, please! Sarah, unlock the door! Sarah! Sarah, please don't do this! Sarah! Sarah, please! Sarah, unlock the door! Sarah?
Nice try, Brad. I've got my own backup generator.
Sarah, I'm begging you, please don't do this. The moment you inject that egg, life begins.
Yeah, well, I hope so, because I want this baby. That's why I'm creating this life.
Sarah! Sarah, open this door! Sarah?
No, Sarah.
Sarah, unlock the door! Sarah?
How did you get in here?
Only God creates life.
What does God have to do with this?
That's a very good question. And I'm here to tell you the answer.
No time, Monica. If I don't do this right now, Brad will find a way to stop me, and it'll be too late.
Yes, it will be too late. Because you cannot see the long-term consequences any more than Einstein could. And believe me, Sarah, you don't want to suffer like he did.
Einstein suffered.
Terribly.
I'm Mr. Aramaki. You ask about territory. Yes. Yes, from Japan.
I was a guest your beautiful capital many years ago.
Sorry, you're not seeing my city. Before war, Hiroshima, very beautiful.
Hiroshima.
What happened there was unspeakable.
Better to speak. I work in garden at the Vdoin Temple. Beautiful August day. Children watching a baby deer. There was Picadon.
A flash of light.
Yes. Many colors. Like a terrible rainbow. Black rain falls. My skin catch fire. I wake up and Hiroshima gone. Only yellow sands and red bodies. All my family gone.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Long time I cry, ashamed to live. But I work in gardens my whole life. For Japanese, cherry blossom is
sacred.
Each blossom is a bridge between heaven and earth. So now I live for memory of my wife, children, and grandchildren. Daughter.
Oh, 100,000 dead. Dead. And 120,000 wounded. Oh, God. God, make it stop.
Just rest, Professor. Just rest.
Natasha, listen. It's all my fault. Yeah. I discovered relativity, and it became the blueprint for the atomic bomb. I wrote to President Roosevelt, advising him to develop this terrible weapon. Maybe I saw the face of God, I don't know, but I never dreamed I would see the face of that poor gardener.
Professor, you're going to find your peace very soon. Very soon. You just rest. Just rest.
I think you're just trying to stall me until it's too late. Now I know whose side you're on, Monica.
I'm on God's side, Sarah. And he sent you an angel.
An angel. Why?
Because he loves you.
He loves me, or he wants to change my mind. Because if that's what this Einstein tale is all about, you could just forget it.
Just as Einstein conducted thought experiments with beams of light, God would like to conduct a thought experiment with you, to show you what human consequences really look like.
What's going on here? What are you trying to do to me?
Don't you see?
Yeah. God's trying to scare me.
No. God wants you to understand all the important considerations here. Look what happened at Hiroshima.
What has that got to do with me? I am not destroying lives. I'm creating lives. This child will be special. It will be my gift to the world.
And why this particular child, Sarah? Is it to make history? To win a Nobel Prize?
I admit, when I started this project, it was as a scientist. But everything's changed. All of these feelings that were buried inside of me last night, when I went to sleep, I didn't think about my son, the science experiment. I thought about my son. My beautiful baby. All the things that I can teach him and that I'll learn from him. All the Christmases that we'll share together. Now, how could God object to a mother wanting to share Christmas with her child?
Christmas? Sarah, if this child's DNA comes entirely from Einstein, then your son will be Jewish.
I didn't think of that. I can't think of everything.
Even a genius like Einstein couldn't. For him, it was too late, but you still have time, Sarah, to use your imagination and to ask God to help you in a decision about the future that only He can see. Did I tell you that Einstein finally got his wish?
Andrew. Andrew, I'm dying, Andrew.
Yeah. And that's why I'm here.
You're an angel.
Yes.
I have seen his face. And now I want to meet him, my creator. The question is, does he want to meet me?
Yes, Albert. Yes, he does. And the two of you have so much to talk about.
Then I'm ready.
You always dreamed of riding on a beam of light, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. Light. 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 Oh, it's wonderful. Wunderbar.
Sarah, God wants you to think very carefully before you proceed.
Didn't God say, be fruitful and multiply? Isn't that the whole meaning behind creation?
God is in a constant state of creation, Sarah. God is creation. God is creating something at this very moment. Oh, these are cherry blossoms. What was it the gardener called them?
The link between heaven and earth.
Yes. Just like an angel.
Who is that?
An angel. God just created her out of nothing except the sound of his own voice. He didn't clone her. He spoke her into being. It's the difference between a life manufactured from science and a miracle that God creates with love. And that, Sarah, makes all the difference in the world. Hello. My name is Monica. What's your name? I don't know. Oh. Well, come with me and we'll find out. Remember, Sarah, God not only created you, but he loves you. He sees the ache in your heart, and he wants you to know that someday in his time, you're going to be a wonderful mother. Come on, let's go.